And now for our next news special report.
America, brace yourselves. The Democrat Party is imploding, and President Biden's political future hangs by a thread. With just 13 days to secure his nomination, Biden's facing an unprecedented revolt from within. But that is just the tip of the iceberg. We've got explosive footage that exposes the chaos. From a senator's brutal assessment to Biden's own meltdown on camera, you will see it all. And my final thought, it's a wake-up call that every American needs to hear, so don't you dare look away. Now, folks, just as the presidency is teetering on the edge, your financial security could be at risk too. Yes, the political upheaval we're witnessing is like a ticking time bomb for your savings. With the dollar weakening faster than Biden's grip on power, it's time to fortify your financial future. Global Gold Investments is your lifeline in these uncertain times. Call 888-700-4148 now and mention Next News for VIP treatment from America's conservative precious metals dealer. They're offering a 5-year IRA fee waiver program on qualified rollovers. Don't let your savings crumble like Biden's presidency. Secure your wealth today or simply tap on the IRAGoldproof.com link in the description below to get started. Now, the Biden Democrat Party is in full meltdown mode. Joe Biden's presidency is hanging by a thread. With just 13 days left to secure his nomination, the vultures are circling. So let's break down this political firestorm. First, the Ohio deadline bombshell. Take a look.
The Democratic National Committee plans to nominate President Biden in a virtual roll call before its August convention in order to avoid any issues with ballot access. Ohio's Secretary of State had warned Biden would not appear on the state's ballot in November if he is not nominated by August 7th, which is 2 weeks ahead of the Democratic convention. Ohio's governor convened a special session of the legislature Tuesday to fix the ballot issue. Senate Republicans passed a measure that allowed Biden to appear on the ballot, but the bill also banned foreign contributions to ballot issue campaigns, which state Democrats oppose. The bill passed the Senate without any Democratic support. The DNC virtual nomination will still ensure Biden is on the ballot in all 50 states. No specific date for the roll call has been announced just yet.
That's right, folks. Biden's team is scrambling to hold a virtual roll call before the convention to avoid being kicked off the Ohio ballot. It's a desperate move that reeks of panic. Now, Biden's trying to put on a brave face. He fired off a letter to fellow Democrats declaring he's firmly committed to staying in the race, but actions speak louder than words, and Biden's actions scream desperation. But here's the kicker. Some sharp-eyed observers spotted a hidden message in Biden's letter. You can see the circled letters there. I'm old as hell. While it may be satirical, it speaks volumes. You can't make this stuff up, folks. Meanwhile, Democrat senators are jumping ship faster than rats from a sinking vessel. Senator John Kennedy didn't pull any punches. Watch.
You know, Senator Kennedy, this is a big deal that one of your Democratic colleagues, Senator Warner, is having this meeting. When Biden was asked about this, he said, oh, that's just one senator. But it sounds like a lot of senators have concerns, and I'm wondering, you work with these senators every day. Do you think their concerns were assuaged tonight?
I'm not sure, Kaylee, that interviews like the president gave tonight matter much at this juncture. You can't make this cat walk backwards. People saw what they saw in that 90-minute debate. And I think most of them think that it's only a matter of time before President Biden stumbles again, because they understand that old age doesn't get better, it gets worse. Fairly or unfairly, I think most Americans have made up their minds. I think they have concluded that President Biden is old, that he is likely suffering from some form of neurodegenerative disease, that he's suffered from it for a while, and that the White House and many members of the media industrial complex have covered it up. And that cover-up has been toxic, in my opinion, for what it's worth. Politically, I think President Biden, politically, is as dead as fried chicken.
As dead as fried chicken. Ouch. That is going to leave a mark. But it gets worse. Democrat donors are floating a Blitz Primary idea, complete with Taylor Swift and Oprah as moderators. It's like they're planning a reality TV show, not choosing the leader of the free world. And Biden's team, they are bracing for impact, with more defectors, donors threatening to close their wallets, and Biden's limitations on full display. It's looking grim. But Biden's not going down without a fight. He went on Morning Joe and had a full-blown meltdown. Watch.
The American public is not going to move away from me as an average voter. And again, I'm here for two reasons, pal. One, to rebuild the economy for hardworking middle-class people, give everybody a shot, just a straight shot. Everybody gets a fair chance, number one. Number two, remember all this talk about how I don't have the black support? Come on, give me a break. Come with me. Watch. I'm getting so frustrated by the elites. Now, I'm not talking about you guys, but about the elites in the party who they know so much more. But if any of these guys don't think I should run against me, go ahead, announce the president. Challenge me at the convention.
The elites in the party? Isn't he part of that? But yelling and screaming on national TV, that's not presidential, folks. That is a man who is seeing the writing on the wall. Even horror master Stephen King is begging Biden to bow out. When the king of nightmares thinks you're scary for the country, it's time to pack it in. And the list of Democrats calling for Biden to step down is growing by the hour. It's a who's who of the Democrat Party, and they are all saying the same thing. Biden has got to go. We're talking about Representative Angie Craig from Minnesota, Lloyd Doggett from Texas, Raul Gravilla from Arizona, Seth Moulton from Massachusetts, Mike Quigley from Illinois, even heavyweight Democrats like Adam Smith from Washington, Jerry Nadler from New York, and Mark Takano from California. Jumping ship. But it's not just politicians. Julian Castro, Obama's former HUD secretary, is saying Harris should take over. Billionaire donors like Christy Walton, Michael Novogratz, and Reed Hastings are now closing their checkbooks. Even media heavyweights are turning on Biden. The New York Times, Thomas Friedman, Nicholas Kristof, and Paul Krugman, New Yorker's David Remnick, and Washington Post David Ignatius, The Atlantic's Mark Leibovich, and MSNBC's Joe Scarborough are all calling for Biden to step aside. When you've lost the liberal media, you know you are in trouble. And where is Biden in all the chaos? Well, nowhere to be found. Instead, Jill Biden is out there campaigning alone. Watch.
Joe Biden isn't doing anything today, but the First Lady is the first stop on her Southern campaign blitz. She's making remarks in Florida and Georgia today. 3 stops, 3 states for her. 0 public events scheduled today during arguably the most crucial week of Joe Biden's political career, although he did call into MSNBC this morning and sent out a letter to the Democrats. But can they stave off all of these Democrats standing up and saying no more, even if they're doing it in privately? The chorus is growing, and it's loud.
I think we're going to have to wait to see. I do think what's very interesting is that the president did call into Morning Joe earlier this morning. I do think you'll likely see more interviews.
If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. My final thought is next. America, the clock is ticking, and the Democrats have painted themselves into a corner. They're staring down the barrel of a Trump landslide with no time to swap out their faltering candidate. Biden's digging in his heels, but he's only digging his party's grave. The writing's on the wall, folks. Come November, we are looking at a reckoning of epic proportions. The Democrat establishment thought that they could pull the wool over your eyes, but you are smarter than that. So brace yourselves. Change is coming, and it's coming fast.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.